Ahora continuamos con el punto 4.4, página 136, 133. Verbos con forma irregular in the yo form. These verbs have they're irregular in the yo form, and there are not too many, really. But please practice, and the best way for me to study is with flashcards. I know each person has his own technique, and I also like to write them. When I write, they stay in my mind, in my brain easier. So let's take a look. In Spanish, several verbs have irregular yo forms in the present tense. You have already seen 3 verbs with the go ending in the yo form: decir, tener, and venir. Here are some common expressions with decir. Decir la verdad, decir mentiras, decir que, decir la respuesta. The verb hacer is often used to ask questions about what someone does. Note that when answering, hacer is frequently replaced by with another, more specific action verb. For example, vamos a ver aquí, verb with irregular verbs, irregular yo forms, sorry. Hacer, hacer, yo hago. Only the yo is regular. The rest of the conjugations, you follow the rule for the ER verbs. Yo hago, poner, yo pongo, which means to put or to place. Salir, yo salgo. Suponer, supongo. Traer, traigo. All these verbs have go ending. That's a good thing for you to remember. So, hacer, poner, salir, suponer y traer. Bien. Por ejemplo, salgo mucho los fines de semana. Yo no salgo, yo hago la tarea y veo películas en la televisión. Poner can also mean to turn on, a household appliance. Carlos pone la radio. María pone la televisión, to turn on the TV, to turn on the radio. Salir de is used to indicate that someone is leaving a particular place. Yo salgo del hospital. Sale de la clase a las 4. Next page. Siguiente página. Salir para is just to indicate someone's destination. Mañana salgo para México. Hoy salen para España. Salir con means to live with someone or something, or to date someone. Alberto sale con su mochila. Margarita sale con Guillermo. The verbs ver and oír. Ver and oír. The verb ver has an irregular yo form. The other forms of verb are regular. Yo veo. The rest of them regular. Tú ves, nosotros vemos, etc. The verb oír has irregular yo form, an irregular yo form, and the spelling change from I to Y. In the tú, usted, ella, and ustedes, ellos, and ellas form. The nosotros and vosotros forms have an accent mark. Let's take a look. Yo oigo. Oigo, irregular. Tú oyes. Every time that you have the I, the letter I, between two vowels, the I becomes Y. That's the general rule. For example, in yo, we have vowel, I, and consonant. That's why the I remains, letter I remains. But in the two, we have vowel, I, and vowel. That's why the I becomes Y. Bien. Tú oyes. And the Y has the same sound as the I, right? Usted, él, ella, oye. Nosotros oímos. Vosotros oís. Ustedes oyen. While most commonly translated as to hear, oír is also used in contexts where the verb to listen would be used in English. Oigo a las personas, oigo a unas personas en la otra sala. ¿Oyes la radio por la mañana? Do you listen to music? What's the difference in reality between to hear and to listen? To listen is more deep, more detailed. Oigo, you can hear a noise, but when you listen, you are really paying attention to what that sound is saying or the content of the sound, like the radio. yo escucho, sorry, oigo a mi mamá. For example, I listen to my mom talking. We can say oír also when in reality we refer to listen, which is escuchar, and that's a new verb. A different verb that is not here. That's why I don't want to mention it too often. Vamos a hacer esto. Let's do this. Inténtalo. Provide the correct form of these verbs. Number one is done. Salir. Isabel sale. Ver. Yo veo. Rita y yo ponemos. Ellas traen. Él oye. Yo hago. Yo supongo. Nosotros, we're talking about here, salir. Nosotros salimos. Ustedes ven. Yo pongo. Sorry. Yo pongo. Yo traigo. Nosotros oímos. Tú haces. Mi amigo supone. Third column. Yo salgo. Tú ves. Los niños, which is ellos, ponen. Tú traes. Yo oigo. Usted hace. Nosotras suponemos. Muy bien. And that's it for chapter 4. We'll see you in the next video about chapter 5. Nos vemos. Don't forget to keep doing your homework, and if you have questions always, you can email me to meet me on Zoom and practice a little bit more. Okay? Gracias. Chao.